I was born in Los Angeles, California. My very early years, we had a lot of family. Everyone lived close together. My parents bought an acre, and they put a mobile home on a permanent slab. We raised pigs. So there's pigs and chickens and rabbits in the back. My dad had a garage full of tools. He would do woodworking. That was his passion. He bought old cars and fixed them up. Like, his dream was to build a garage. He was something like a chemist with no degree, and he was actually a specialist in color. He could tell you exactly how much of this color and that color to make whatever specific color was needed for logos. He was a color specialist in his own way. He took protecting his family very seriously. He's the one that the family went to. He was very much old school. You do as I say, not as I do. Children are to be seen and not heard. And we were held to high standards because we were a reflection of him. He liked to take care of people that he believed didn't have anyone else. So there were times that he befriended women whose husband passed, and it made it hard because of that emotional support he gave elsewhere when my mom was struggling. It became a lot in the family. My mom is the most loving, forgiving person that I've ever met. So she started selling Tupperware, and her goal was to sell enough to get the car. They bought a little tiny Chevy Love pickup because they needed another car and they didn't have the money for it. My father started at the company he worked at like through my entire childhood. He started there when he was 17 pulling weeds in the parking lot, and he worked his way up to plant manager. I was adventurous. I was very, some would say, bossy. My mom's childhood best friend had sons the same age as me and my brother. And they lived across the street from us. So the four of us were together a lot, and a couple of other neighborhood boys. So I would play dress up and dress them in dresses and put little bras and stuff them and make them do fashion shows. Played basketball. Loved beating the boys. I had something to prove. I went to West Valley High School in Hemet, California. In high school, I played basketball. I was on the drill team. I was feisty. And if I set my mind to something, I did it, and you were not going to stop me. My first job was as a babysitter. I love kids, so I enjoyed it. Worked at Little Caesars from 14 to 18. I turned 18 on January 7th, graduated on January 30th, and moved out on the 31st. Moved to Las Vegas when I was 23. The guy I met at the club with that first boyfriend when I was 18 ended up being my kid's father. So we moved in together 6 months later, and 2 days later, I had kids. They were 1 and 2 going on 3 when I got them, and he was a truck driver. So we ended up opening a trucking company. I ran everything except drive. He did that. As far as the writing, I did odd jobs here and there, anything I could find to do at home, because for one thing, it was a very controlling relationship. For another thing, daycare is very expensive. So it made more sense for me to do things from home. That was my entire 20s. I love being a mom. That was one thing I always knew I was supposed to be. Stayed with him for 14 years because leaving him meant leaving my kids, and I wasn't willing to do that. It was a very toxic, controlling relationship. We were not good for each other. He had a compulsive gambling habit and liked to live above our means, and we lost every home, every car, everything we ever had. Like, it was a cycle. It was a really rough, ugly cycle. It got to the point where I sat the boys down and just told them, I know that I'm giving you conflicting messages because I'm telling you it's not okay to treat someone this way or accept this treatment, and I'm showing you something different. The one that was 16, the oldest, said, you should have been gone a long time ago. And he was like, Mom, you have to go. Like, someone is going to get hurt. I was 32 when we split up. My boys were in high school, and they ended up staying with me. They didn't even see or talk to him for years. It wasn't until his father passed that they were reunited. But those boys have been the biggest blessings that I've had in my entire life. So I drove Uber on and off for about 8 years in Vegas. That was fun. It prompted a whole storyline for my novels. which that's actually how I ended up doing this in a roundabout way. I released my first novel in my own name the weekend that I turned 41. It's called The Rideshare Chronicles. It's about a rideshare driver in Vegas, the crazy things that he experiences. It's the first book in a 9-book series. So there's 3 characters. It's a trilogy of trilogies. Each character will have 3 books and how their lives intertwine. Less than a month after it was published, I was at a speaker retreat to support a friend. I had no desire to be a speaker. I had no plan to be a speaker. And they told me, oh, there's going to be an image consultant and you have to let her do your colors. It's going to be amazing. And I was like, okay. After I watched her presentation, I could see the differences. And I was like, okay, sure. Like, she could tell me what to wear for book signings or author photos, but I'm not changing what I wear every day. So she went through my luggage and she was like, I had just went shopping because I had gained some weight after a car accident. And I was like, I have nothing to wear to this thing and I can't wear jeans and a t-shirt. So me and my best friend went shopping and she urged me to buy some colors that I was like, whatever. So I bought a couple of colors I would never wear. So she went through my luggage and she's like, take that back. You could keep this, take that back. When she walked out of the room, I tore the tags off a couple of them because I was like, I'm keeping this, I like it. They hung in my closet for over 2 years, never wore them. After she did that, she was like, here, put this top on and put this lip color on. And I did, and we all went to lunch. And the girl that I went to the retreat with, she came in late. She came in from behind me and sat here and like faced everyone else. She stopped mid-sentence and turned around and looked at me and was like, you look good. I was like, thank you. Like, she didn't compliment me before that. She stopped mid-conversation 3 times to compliment me, to the point where I was like uncomfortable. Like, okay, this is like what? And I'm looking at the image consultant and another friend that was sitting next to her, and they're both like, told you. So we went shopping. Strangers were treating me different. I was like, okay, even if she texted that person, there's no way she texted everyone in New Orleans. I was like, this is kind of bizarre. So after I finished picking out my clothes at the mall, I started helping the other girls pick out clothes in their colors. And she was like, you really have an eye for this. You need to let me train you. In less than 6 months, my income more than doubled. My relationships with my family and friends strengthened. And I felt more like me than I had in decades. My brother told me one day, like, he was looking at me kind of funny, and he's like, you're more you than I've seen you in 30 years. Like, what happened? The only thing that I changed was the colors I was wearing. It helped me step into my confidence and realize and remember who I am, not who the world told me to be. When I went through the training and learned how to see the elements and things like that, I've actually studied a few other modalities that are common with image consultants. And I've also married that with my educational background in psychology, so that all of those together is what I'm doing. So while the baseline is from a system that I learned, I've put this bigger picture together to fully support someone from the inside out. Color holds energy, just like everything else. When you're energetically aligned with the colors you wear, it's like you're saying, my heart is open and I can really connect with you. I'm not hiding anything. And when you look better, you look more inviting and people are able to lean in more. So you can use the energy of color to stand out, like when you're on a sales call or when you're on a date or when you're speaking on stage or doing something, accepting an award. Anytime you want to be noticed and seen as the expert in the room or the person people want to meet, you would wear your dynamics or your personal power colors. I love watching the way people light up when they see themselves in a different light. I've had clients tell me, I didn't even realize how much confidence I lacked until I had it. Confidence is sexy. It's powerful. And when you let your light shine from your inside out, you give permission for everyone around you to do the same. Getting my colors done changed my life. It allowed me to fully step into who I truly am. And the amount of people that have been able to help since then Whether it's by doing their colors or just being confident enough in myself to show up fully. The people who are meant for you will come to you. Your sales get better, your relationships get better. Most importantly, your relationship with yourself.